The King of Cats. Once upon a time, in the remote wilderness of Scotland, two brothers lived. They resided in a secluded place, many miles away from the nearest village, accompanied only by an elderly cook who served them faithfully. Apart from the three of them, the house was void of any souls, except for the old woman's cat and hunting dogs. One autumn day, the elder brother Elshender decided to stay home while the younger Fergus set out alone for a hunting expedition. He ventured far into the mountains, where he had hunted with his brother the day before, promising to return home before sunset. As the day drew to a close and the time for dinner came, Fergus had not yet returned. Elshender grew increasingly anxious, for he had never before waited so long for his brother's return. Eventually Fergus came back, appearing pensive, drenched and weary. He had no inclination to explain why he was so late. However, after dinner, as the brothers sat by the crackling fireplace, where a peat cheerfully burned, and the dogs lay on their feet, while the old woman's black cat half closed its eyes, settling on the rug between them, Fergus seemed to awaken and began to narrate his extraordinary adventure to his brother. "You must wonder why I returned so late," he said. "Well, listen closely. Today I witnessed wonders so remarkable that I can hardly find the words to describe them. I followed the same path we took yesterday, as intended. But when it was time to head back home, the mountains were engulfed in a dense fog, and I lost my way. I wandered for a long time, not knowing where I was, until I spotted a tiny light. I hastened towards it, but as I approached, the light vanished, and I found myself near a massive ancient oak tree. I climbed the tree to get a better view and, to my astonishment, I saw a hollow within its trunk, resembling a chapel, and there someone was being buried. I heard singing and saw torches. And you know who was carrying those torches? But no, you would never believe me." Elshender began to persuade his brother to continue the tale. He even tossed some peat into the fireplace to make the flames dance brighter, and the younger brother perked up. The dogs were peacefully dozing, while the black cat raised its head, seemingly listening as attentively as Elshender himself. The brothers even inadvertently glanced at him. "Believe me," Fergus continued, "everything I say is the absolute truth. The cats were carrying the torches, and on the lid of the coffin there were drawn a crown and a scepter." Before he could add more, the black cat jumped up and exclaimed, "By the heavens, that means old Peter has departed, and now I am the King of Cats." With that, the cat leaped into the fireplace and disappeared forever. The Rabbit Reader read for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and dream.